Hit it, Phil.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Can it be the breeze that fills the trees with rare and magic perfume? Oh, no, it isn't the breeze, it's Jackson time. La-da-da-da.
Stay tuned
Right after this episode,
for our discussion.
Thank you. Thank you. And now, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The great prestidigitator is about to conjure up some dexterous manipulation of magic. Saying them words was my first trick. What's this? Send that back to the Playboy Club. And tell them they owe me one. Now, in the next hour, on this very spectacular show, before your very eyes, 3 terrifically talented gentlemen will appear. Noel Harrison, I wish I had his hair. Jimmy Dean, I wish I had his voice. And Jack Benny, I wish I had his money. Well, I guess you can't have everything. Wait a minute, hold it. No. Why didn't you think of that before we left the gas station? Okay. Abracadabra. Abracadabra, Nacho America. Abracadabra. Now, here they are. The stars of the show, those lovely looking and lovable Lennon sisters.
Now I'm a brass band. I'm a harpsichord. I'm a clarinet. I'm the Philadelphia Orchestra. We're the modern jazz quartet. And we're the band from Macy's Big Parade, a wild Count Basie blast. We're the bells of St. Peter's in Rome. I'm tissue paper on a comb. And all kinds of music is pouring out of me, 'cause somebody loves me at last. Me to you, and you to me, from people to people, wherever they may be, from the high and the mighty to the meek who inherit the earth. Miami to Los Angeles, from Dallas to Fort Worth, CBS to ABC, from people with say-so to those who disagree, from the chip on the shoulder of the younger to the older. Here's love, here's love.
Me to you.
I'm a brass band, I'm a harpsichord, I'm a clarinet, the best you can get. I'm a Philadelphia Orchestra. We're the modern jazz quartet. CBS to ABC, from people with say-so to those who disagree, from the chip on the shoulder of the younger to the older. Here's love, here's love, from the ground floor of Harlem to the party of the bar. Here's love, here's love, here's love. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the one and only Jimmy Durante.
the music.
Well, Jimmy, we're so happy to be here with you, and I can see it's going to be an awful lot of fun.
You bet it is. You know, you kids have been working with Lawrence Welch so long, it must be a pleasure to be with a guy who can handle the language.
Jimmy, you're so great. How do you stay so young?
Well, if you must know, I'm out every morning till 4 a.m. doing the boogaloo. Then I go home, catch an hour's sleep, then I'm ready for another wild evening.
Well, Jim, you sure burn the candle at both ends.
And sometimes in the middle.
Jimmy, all those things are harmful for you.
Don't tell my body. What it don't know won't hurt it.
Jimmy, does all that stuff really keep you so young?
No, I'm just kidding, believe me. You know, there's a saying that goes, you're as young as you feel. And I know for a fact that it's true. If there's youth in your heart, throw the calendar out. 'Cause your age depends on you. Fairy tales can come true. It can happen to you if you're young at heart. For it's hard you will find to be narrow of mind if you're young at heart. You can go to extremes with impossible schemes. You can laugh when your dreams fall apart at the seams and life becomes exciting with each passing day, and love is either in your heart or on its way. Don't you know that it's worth every treasure on earth to be young at heart? For as rich as you are, it's much better by far to be young at heart. And if you should survive to 105, look at all you'll derive just by being alive. Now here's the best part. You have a head start if you are amongst the very young at heart. If you're young at heart, if you're young at heart, and if you should survive to 105, look at all you'll derive just by being alive. Now, here is the best part. You have a head start if you are amongst the very young at heart.
You are watching Jimmy Durante presents the Lennon Sisters Hour with tonight's guests, Jack Benny, Jimmy Dean, and Noel Harrison.
Here's a gentleman who is talented in so many ways. He's a wonderful actor, a wonderful singer, and did you know he writes his own songs, like this one you're about to hear. Please welcome Mr. Noel Harrison.
can see the grass is growing on the streets I knew, and through the trees. I can see the sun is shining on the sea, and the ruins of the city are in flower now, and the great electric experiment is over now. The dusty grey's changing into golden now, beneath the rain that came last night like dew upon the ground, and the ruins of the city ring with birds' sweet song, and the great electric experiment is over now. And far along the shore a woman stands beside a man. In her eyes she hides no questions for the dawn, for the answers flow between them as she gently holds his hand, and the sky shudders sweetly and the day is born. The ticking of the clocks has turned to silence now beneath the sun that softly draws the flowers from the ground, and the crying of the child dissolves to laughter now, and the great electric experiment is over now. And far along the shore a woman walks beside a man. In his heart he hides no questions for the sky, for the answers flow between them as he gently holds her hand, and the ocean thunders proudly and the seabirds cry. I can see the grass is growing on the streets I knew, and through the trees I can see the sun is shining on the sea, and the ruins of the city are in flower now, and the great electric experiment is over now.
Gosh, Noel, that was just great.
Thank you,
Just
Kathy.
great.
What's that? What you got?
Oh, it's a book.
Yeah, I can see that. What's it about?
Love?
Oh, that's nice.
No, it's not.
It's not?
No, it's all about the painful side of love. How sad love is.
Let me see. Love is but a flower which wrinkles will devour. Not nice.
Love and war, they're the same thing.
Crown my joys or cure my pain. Give me more love or more disdain. Here, this one I like now. Love would be more charming if one could fall into a woman's arms without falling into her hands.
Here's one. All men swear more love than they can possibly give. Not that.
Sit down, Kathy.
What do you get when you fall in love?
A guy with a pin to burst your bubble.
That's what you get for all your trouble. I'll never fall in love again. I'll never fall in love again. What do you get when you kiss a girl?
You get enough germs to catch pneumonia.
after you do, she'll never phone you. I'll never fall in love again. I'll never fall in love again. Don't tell me what it's all about.
'Cause I've been there and I'm glad I'm
Out of these chains that bind you. That is why I'm here to remind you. What do you get when you fall in love? You only get lies and pain and sorrow. So for at least until tomorrow, I'll never fall in love again. I'll never fall in love again. What do you get when you give your heart? You get it all broken up and battered. That's what you get, a heart that's shattered. I'll never fall in love again. I'll never, never, never fall in love again.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, my sisters and I are so pleased and proud to have with us tonight one of the world's great comedians, Mr. Jack Benny.
Wait, I'm not going to be that good. Well, thank you, girls. Thank you very much. Now, Janet...
No, that's Janet.
Sorry. Now, Janet, I do want to thank you for that marvelous introduction you gave me, but it's a little embarrassing introducing me as one of the world's great comedians. I mean, it makes me feel so egotistical. See, I mean, what you should have said was, I'd like to introduce a man whom we think is one of the world's great comedians.
But, Mr. Benny, everybody knows that you are one of the world's great comedians.
Oh, then I'm wrong, and I apologize. But, girl, first of all, I want to congratulate you on having your own show.
Thank you. We're real excited.
I'll bet you are. Gee, I'll never forget my first show. I was excited, too. You know, my program was the most popular one in 9 states.
Gee, 9 states doesn't sound like much.
Oh, well, there were only 13 at the time. You see, the Nielsen survey didn't cover the Louisiana territory.
You sure have been around for a long time, Mr. Benny.
What? I keep doing this all the time, going crazy here. What did you say to me?
You sure have been around for a long time.
I should have been around for a long... Well, yeah, well, time does fly. You know, I've watched you girls grow up with Lawrence Welk.
You did?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I watched Lawrence Welk grow up, too. I knew him before he could count. I knew him when he could only say a 1 and had to stop.
And we understand that you and Jimmy Durante have worked up something special for us.
Yes, in fact, we're doing a concert at Carnegie Hall any minute now.
Carnegie Hall? But
Yeah.
that's in New York. I mean, how do you plan to get there?
Well, I'll tell you how. Just walk this way.
Oh, just a minute. What kind of a piano is this?
It's a baby grand.
A baby grand? Hey, get this baby out of here and bring me the mother.
Gee, kids at that age are cute, you know? I gotta fix this thing now.
Wait a minute. Who left the piano door open? Gee, Jack, I'm sorry. Let me pay for the violin, huh?
You don't have to do that, Jimmy. It's insured.
Oh, it is?
Yes. Oh, Ed. Well, thank you. Thank you, Ed. Oh, fella, may I have my other violin, please? It's in my dressing room.
You know something? They sure pay off fast, don't they?
Yes, they do. You know, I've had a number of accidents, Jimmy. Just last week, I was at Yasha Heifetz's house. We were supposed to play a duet together, and Yasha, without thinking, took my violin and threw it in the fireplace. He thought it was a log.
Yasha must have felt terrible.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, I know.
Not as badly as you're feeling right now. Because I know you're very sad about this. And a week before that, Isaac Stern. You know who that is?
Too, I know Isaac Stern.
I can't wait for the answer.
You know, he owns that department store down on Cherry Street.
No, because I got to clear that up for my joke. Isaac Stern thought my violin was a boat, and he put it in his bathtub. Oh, well, accidents will happen.
Yeah, sure.
Here you are, Mr. Benny. Gee, Mr. Benny, you know, your log sure looks a lot like a boat.
Now cut that out! Now, come on, let's get started.
Okay, let's get started, huh?
Right. Wait, are you going to wear that hat?
Why, when they buy Durante, they buy a package deal. And this shampoo comes with the package.
But it doesn't look right. Leonard Bernstein wouldn't wear a hat.
If I had his hair, I wouldn't need a hat.
All right, suit yourself. Now, come on, let's get on with Beethoven's Fifth.
Oh. I know it by memory. Why should I need any music? Joke here. I want to keep them in suspense. You know,
the
Benny,
biggest lie I've ever heard. Do I know what? What? What?
You know, Benny.
What?
I'll play the hard notes.
Yes.
And you play whatever you want.
I was playing Margie. All right, let's go. They love me in Pasadena.
Twas just a garden in the rain, close to the little leafy lane. A touch of color 'neath skies of gray. The raindrops kissed the flower bed. The blossoms raised their thirsty heads. A perfume, thank you, they seem to say. The leaves of brown came tumbling down. Remember that September in the rain. The sun went out just like a dying ember. That September in the rain. Through every word of love, I heard you whisper. The raindrops seem to play a sweet refrain. Though spring is here to me, it's still September. That September in the rain. I'll remember that September in the
Here's a picture that we'd like you to see. It's a picture of our brother Pat at the prom. And we thought it was kind of a cute picture looking through our album. And we were just kind of remembering that it wasn't too many years ago that we were going to the senior prom ourselves. And remembering the great songs, The Smell of Gardenias. And one particular song that was a favorite of ours because it reminded us of the song that was important for just my boyfriend and me or their boyfriends. And that was a song taken from 1956, a beautiful song that has really come back to slip into the memories of the younger generation, Till.
Till the moon deserts the sky, till all the seas run dry, till then I'll worship you, till the tropic sun grows cold, till this young world grows old, my darling, I'll adore you. You are my reason to live. All I own I would give just to have you adore me. Till the rivers flow upstream, till lovers cease to dream, till then I'm yours, be mine, my reason to live. All I own I would give just to have you adore
Ladies and gentlemen, our next guest is a country boy who's at home in any country, England, America, or Texas. And we're really looking forward to singing with him. Let's go meet Jimmy Dean.
Is this a thrill for me? Doggone. As much as I love you, and now you got a show of your own, I think that's just tremendous. I'll tell you, nobody could be happier. I'm as happy as a kid with a frog behind a lady with a low-back dress on. And that's happy.
We always love those country expressions.
You know, Jan, I got the expression, but I'm not very country anymore, really.
You know, really?
Ah, heck, about the only range I ride's that cotton-picking elevator up and down to the office. You know, I've been in New York. They've changed my way of talking. I don't say hankering anymore. It's desire.
Wow.
No victuals. That's out. It's entree. No moonshine. Cocktail. Isn't that bad?
Sophisticated.
How do you like city life? Do you like it?
It's okay, but once in a while I still get a hankering for some victuals and moonshine. I'll tell you that.
That was supposed to be a laugh there, I think.
Sounds like you'd like to be back in the country, Jim.
Yeah, I would indeed. Well, the rain is slowly falling on the buildings and the cars. I said goodbye to city friends, department stores and bars. The lights of town are at my back and my heart is full of stars. And I'm gonna be a country boy again. Oh yes, I'm gonna be a country boy again. With an old brown dog and a big front porch and rabbits in the pen. I tell you all, the lights of Broadway don't amount to an acre of green. And I'm gonna be a country boy again.
Now you've been to all the colleges and taken your degree. Memorized your formulas, your A's and B's and C's.
What I learned came long ago and none of it from these. And I'm gonna be a country boy again. Oh yes, I'm gonna be a country boy again. With an old brown dog and a big front porch and rabbits in the pen. I tell you all, the lights of Broadway don't amount to an acre of green. And I'm gonna be a country boy again. Oh yes, I'm gonna be a country boy again. With an old brown dog and a big front porch and rabbits in the pen. I tell you all, the lights of Broadway don't amount to an acre of green. And I'm gonna be a country boy again. Yeah!
Be it ever so humble, wherever you may roam. Be it ever so humble, there's no place like Chicago, Chicago, the toddling town. Toddling town. Chicago, Chicago. We'll show you around. You'll love it. Bet your bottom dollar you lose the blues in Chicago, Chicago. The folks who visit all want to settle down. Want to settle down.
Stacker of wheat, player with railroads, freight handler to the nation. Those were the words Carl Sandburg used to describe this great city.
On State Street, that great street, we just want to say, they do things they don't do on Broadway. Say, you'll have the time of your life. Bring all your friends, your kids, and your wife to Chicago, Chicago, my hometown.
Chicago, the convention center of the nation.
Fellow Moose, it is an honor to present our newly elected and exalted president.
You'll have the time of your life. Bring all your friends, your kids, and your wife to Chicago, Chicago, my hometown.
In 1871, we nearly lost Chicago. This great city was almost totally destroyed by fire.
When Mrs. O'Leary's cow kicked the lantern in Chicago town, they say that started a fire. that burned Chicago down. That's the story that went around.
But here's the real lowdown.
Mrs. O'Leary's cow wouldn't have kicked that lantern over if old man O'Leary didn't have such cold hands.
Everybody knows Chicago is a vital city. And for the stay-up-laters who are looking for a glittering nightlife, there's no place like the South Side.
Fancy gals out walking, honky-tonk plays. Those were a part of the good old days when I used to swing on the south side of Chicago. I still can hear those silver trumpets blowing. In little places filled with people glowing. Well, New Orleans was groovy, Memphis Latin gay, and who can put down New York's Broadway? There was everything on the south side of Chicago. On the south side. South side
Chicago, 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 my hometown. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the incomparable James Durante.
And now, to assist me in this next number, here are those effervescent and ebullient, the Tree Flappers.
Who's that coming down the street? Who's that looking so petite? Who's that coming down to meet us here? Who's that? You know who we mean. Sweetest who you've ever seen. We could tell him miles away from here.
Yes, sir, that's my baby. Yes, sir, baby. That's my baby.
He's my ever-loving baby now. Yes, ma'am. We've decided no, ma'am. We won't hide it. Yes, ma'am. You're invited now. You're invited now. By the way.
Now, by the way.
By the way.
By the way.
When we reach the preacher, we'll say, gonna say with feeling. Yes, sir. That's my baby. No, sir. I don't mean maybe. Yes, sir. That's my baby now. Yes, sir. That's my baby. No, sir. I don't mean baby. Yes, sir. That's my baby now. Yes, sir.
Yes, I hope you're all enjoying yourselves here at Harrison's Hideaway. That's right. Now, drink your tea. There's plenty more where that came from. Oh, I see we have a distinguished guest. There he is over there, Chicago's richest gambler, Bettermillion Benny. Hello, Bettermillion.
My regular table, please.
Your hair looks lovely today.
Thank you.
I was talking to her. Step this way. How many times have I told you? What will you have to drink, Bettermillion?
Oh, I'll have scotch and water.
And what's the lady having?
She's having the water.
Please get $1,000,000.
Okay, order something.
Okay, I guess I'll have champagne.
Guess again.
Don't worry, sweetheart. The champagne's on me. And what would you like to eat?
Well, I think I'll have a shrimp cocktail.
Bring 2 of those.
And I suggest the filet mignon.
Oh, that's just fine.
Yeah, bring 2 of those.
And for dessert, I think I'll have cherries jubilee.
Hey, that sounds good. Bring 2 of those. And when you get to the check, bring 2 of those.
Once you walked in the door, I could tell you were a man of distinction, a real big spender. Good looking, so refined. Now wouldn't you like to know what's going on in my mind? So let me get right to the point. I don't want my cork for every guy I see. Hey, big spender. Hey, big spender. Hey, big spender, spend a little time with me.
Well, my dear. And here are the checks.
This one's yours.
Well, maybe you want me to pay yours too.
No. You paid last night.
This is ridiculous. Look, you don't have to put up with this. Marry me, and I'll give you $1,000,000.
Well,
I'm still talking to her.
Gee, that sounds awful tempting, bet $1,000,000.
well, I'll double it.
I'll make it 3 million.
4 million.
Okay, you win.
Hold it. Look at the cue cards. The bidding isn't over yet.
My kind of town, Chicago is my kind of town, Chicago is my kind of people too. People who smile at you, and each time I roam, Chicago is calling me home. Chicago is one town that won't let you down. It's wish you well. May the good Lord bless you, and may He always send you a happy day. Good night.
Well, hello again. This is Buck Benny speaking. Welcome to more of the Jack Benny, not the show. This is the specials, and this one's not even a special. It's a different show, but that's okay. We'll get into that momentarily. But we have our friend John Henderson here. Hey, John.
Oh.
And Hope Sears. Hope Sears. And we have Kathy Fuller-Seeley. Hello, Kathy. Great to have everybody here. And the episode, what we're doing today is Jimmy Durante presents the Lennon sisters. Crazy, crazy title, but the Lennon Sisters Hour. So it was from
Yes.
it ran from like I think 69 to 70, somewhere right in there, and ran for 1 year. Not surprising, and it's a little bit of a train wreck, but we're going to talk about it. It's it'll be one of the more interesting shows you watch for sure. Uh, how purposely funny it is versus how strange funny it is, who knows? So let's go over to Hope. What's something, I don't know, what's something you liked about it, or you can throw out weird things too, whatever you want to talk
Oh, geez. I mean, I liked obviously Jack's parts. And I like Jimmy Durante. Jimmy Durante is a good personality for me. But also this strange situation where he's sort of like the MC to the Lennon sisters is there's too much of the Lennon sisters.
about.
I
Yes.
know it's their hour, but I don't understand.
Well, and the Lennon sisters are from the Lawrence Welk show,
Yeah.
and they're
Yes.
spinning off into this series from that show.
Right.
And there was the right amount of them on the
Yeah.
Lawrence Welk show, but having their own show, even I think it was really smart of them to have Jimmy Durante be a huge part of the show, because they would be way too much just by themselves. But even now, they're too much of this show, like you said.
Also Jimmy Dean does a good enough job.
Yes.
The way, I don't know. I love his, like, there was supposed to be a laugh there, like
Yeah.
there was supposed to be a laugh there. uh, kind of shows how much of a train wreck it is. It's like, well, if you also stop and think about it, it's like, well, why was there supposed to be a laugh there? It's not like, yeah, I think it was supposed to be self-deprecating, but it was also just
Somebody
not
in the
really
audience should have said, then write a better joke. So...
right. Right. It's like, okay, why was that supposed to be funny? Oh, you're supposed to be making fun of yourself, I guess, but like the way that it's written, yeah, it's not a good joke. um and I don't know. It's interesting. Also just the Lennon sisters. I struggle to understand their popularity.
And yet it continued for like 30 more years in Branson, Missouri, so.
I know. I know they're popular. You know, I understand like the Andrews sisters, but that was for like a period of time. I don't understand the long-standing popularity of the Lennon sisters. I what I do understand is the SNL skit.
Yes. Yes. And it
And
does tie and that's how people will know this somewhat, which is crazy, because that SNL skit is fairly recent. And yet when people watch it, I don't think they realize it is based on the Lennon sisters. I mean, it definitely, because the things I've read about it say they didn't say the Lennon sisters. They said a group of sisters that would perform on the Lawrence Welk show, but I can't imagine who else they would be talking about. And the way they introduce themselves, even on this special, it's the same way that the SNL characters introduce themselves. So
I had no idea. So this is the SNL skit with Kristen Wiig, and she's weird, but the other
when she's
sisters...
got the little hands and everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because what essentially they're
no
saying
idea.
is those girl groups, there's always like one of them that's a little off, and the rest of them are okay and things. So
yeah.
Because I suppose it's partially off of the Mandrell sisters too. I mean, there's always been groups of sisters or friends that perform together, and
And it's so funny that like we have this whole special, we have Jack Benny on, and we don't have like, I mean, understandably because it's their hour, but basically like Jack Benny has a lot of experience with the sketches of making fun of that one weird sister. So in essence, Jack was the original
sisters, huh?
creator of that SNL sketch.
Yeah. But you don't know too how comfortable are they with that,
Exactly.
They could have been brought up
can't
to
laugh at
do that,
themselves
and they're
in
like,
fields.
no,
Like
we are
we're
deadly
serious.
serious.
We're not. That's a joke act he makes fun of. We're a serious act, maybe. I don't know. But certainly, anytime anyone can poke fun of themselves, I think it makes them
This is true.
More enjoyable. And I think if they would have been able to do that with Jack, it would have been better. There would have been a definitely better piece because they really don't integrate with Jack very well. The Lennon sisters. He integrates really well with
Jimmy Durante.
Jimmy Durante. And speaking of Jimmy Durante, Kathy was mentioning how are people going to know Jimmy Durante in this time and age and everything a little bit, and I think it's because when she said that, I thought to myself, oh, that's no problem. He was recently in Sleepless in Seattle with Tom Hanks, so they're going to have that. But
Which
then
is
you
now,
think
like,
about that.
30 years
That's
old now.
1994. That's 31 years
Oops.
ago to go back to that, and it's like, oh wow, because that's the same as I was thinking about it. That's like when I graduated in 1982, going, oh yeah. Bob Hope and Bing Crosby were recently in their first road picture back in 1942. It's the same amount of time. It's like,
Yeah.
no, that doesn't work. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wikipedia suggests that the youth might know him through the one he did one of the Christmas animated specials, whether it's Frosty the Snowman or whatever. So
Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably through that. His voice work, I'm sure, somewhere.
Yes. Well, and they had a character that was completely him. I mean, I don't think they ever said who he was, but
but it was so him. Yeah.
Like, he's Jimmy, like he's even got the hat.
He's got the whole thing. He
Yeah.
completely looks like Jimmy Durante. But did they say he's Jimmy Durante? Introducing that?
Well, I don't know. The credits say it's Jimmy Durante, and then it comes in and says hello. I don't think he gives himself another name, but yes.
Yeah. No, I don't think so either. I think he's just the narrator sort of thing, and he goes through and he appears throughout the show at different times, and yeah.
The only pop culture reference I know Jimmy Durante and more that is more recent, but still it's older now, is in Lizzie McGuire. One of the teachers is asking the class what they've read recently, and they ask Gordo, who is like the class nerd ish, and he's like listing off a bunch of books he's read, kind of negating the teacher's point, and he goes, "The Great Schnozola, Jimmy Durante," and I was like, "Oh."
I would say my first introduction to Jimmy Durante was, well, it's not really to him, but it was the Augie Doggy and Doggy Daddy, which is already from the 60s. But I think that has maybe some more longevity with kids.
How does he tie into Augie Doggy and Augie Daddy?
The voice of Doggy Daddy is based on Jimmy Durante.
Oh.
It's like, oh, my son.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Now I can see it, hear it. But at the time, I didn't think about it that way.
Oh, totally. Yeah. I mean, all of the Hanna-Barbera cartoons are actually based on a contemporary celebrity, and you just don't know it.
Yeah.
Later. But yeah, and I was a big fan. We had a video store nearby, and they had the Ed Sullivan Show, the Best of the Ed Sullivan Show, which we rented all the time. And he sings Young at Heart, and he's wearing the same hat. It's exactly like he does in this thing. And that was my actual first real introduction to Jimmy Durante. And I had no problem understanding it, figuring it out. But the more you watch Jimmy Durante, the more you kind of get his shtick.
Well, I was so glad he did Young at Heart on this episode.
Yeah.
I didn't, because I was going, okay, well, it's a whole series. There's like 25 episodes or something. I really doubt he sings that song every week, but that's like the song of his. So he probably sings it 5 times.
Singing Inka Dinka Doo.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But I'd rather have this than Inka Dinka Doo, believe me. So,
this is true. This is true.
I love Inka Dinka Doo. I love Jimmy Durante.
So a tie-in to old time radio with Jimmy Durante and Inka Dinka Doo is the writer of Inka Dinka Doo was the boyfriend of Gracie Allen that she was about to marry before she just decided to marry George.
Yes. Okay.
What a small world that it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
And so a lot of the jokes that he makes about those like songs, I think, are a dig at him because, you know, he's making fun of all the kind of lyrics, the crazy like little lyrics a little bit, singing it. But yeah, it's an interesting tie-in there.
Well,
I
and
love
since you
that.
mentioned old time radio, I'll jump on that too. Um, I I really like him in old time radio. I think he does a really nice job. Almost always, in fact, I can't think of a time when they didn't. They team him up with somebody because
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
think he knows, and the writers know, and everybody knows him by himself is not going to work to run a whole show. I think it becomes too much.
Yeah.
But
He
if
needs
he's
to
got,
play
and
off
often it's a
someone.
younger person that's with him, if he has a younger person to joke around with and play off of, that works pretty smooth. It works pretty slick. And then here, of course, it's not just his show, it's his show and the Lennon sisters. And I think either one of them would be too much for a show, but having them together, it kind of makes it work.
Still
I
too
mean,
much.
it had a season. It didn't just run 4 episodes and got
Oh,
canceled.
thank God. But can you imagine? I mean, watching TV in 1969
Yeah.
and, and you're seeing, student riots and psychedelic hippies and this. And so it's not quite the rural purge. It's not quite Beverly Hillbillies, but it's just like,
It's in that
whoa. I mean, I
vein
guess it
for
has
sure.
more in it, but it's more like whacked out Lawrence Welk than
Yes.
anything else.
Well, it's a little bit your Hollywood Palace, your
Yeah.
Lawrence Welk show, your Ed Sullivan show. It's a little bit of that feel of all those shows, and all those shows will be gone within a few years. But
Yeah.
at this point in time, I think they were the comfort food for America because they were dealing with a war and they were dealing with all these things in politics and their politicians getting killed left and right. And so uh, I think America was looking for something a little like this. That
Some of
would be
America was looking for something like
yes,
this.
yes, agreed, 100%.
Well, I was also struck by Jimmy Durante and Jack Benny were almost 1 year apart in age. And yet Jack looks so youthful. I mean, I know Jimmy Durante for a long time played old.
Yes.
He reveled in that curmudgeon-y, old
Right.
slouchy hat kind of stuff. But they were only 1 year apart. And it turns out Jimmy Durante would have a terrible stroke in 1972, which even though he didn't die till 1980, so he spent sort of 8 years in retirement, unable to publicly perform. So
Okay, that makes sense. I was like, I wasn't sure when he went away and all of that. I knew it was
Wikipedia. So,
early 70s, so that's good. Thanks for all that research, heavy duty research that you do. Yes, difficult. Anyway, but I really enjoyed them together. I thought, and I think the person that enjoyed this show more than any audience member, more than anybody at home, was Jack. I think Jack
yeah.
just really enjoyed being. I mean, Jack was cracking up throughout their discussion together. It sure looked like if Jimmy Durante wasn't improvising some and going away from the script, it sure looked like that because Jack certainly was losing it as they were talking, and Jack had to bring himself back to get it going again, and things sometimes. So, which normally I don't think is a great thing, but I think with Jack we don't see it that much, and so seeing it was a lot of fun, and I just really enjoyed seeing a happy Jack on this show. I think he loved doing these guest appearances. It's very much, he doesn't have to run the whole show, he's not in charge of anything, he just shows up and does his thing, and they write his bits, or he has his people come in and help write the bits or whatever he does, but it works. And the thing is, we could watch all of these shows and it doesn't matter how bad the show is. Really, it doesn't. Jack is always good. Jack is always, if it's a bad show, Jack's like the highlight of the whole show. If it's a good show, Jack's still one of the best things on the show. So he still astounds me. in things like this. I mean, this show, like I said, is a complete and utter train wreck, so much of it, and yet Jack's parts work and are funny, and he pulls it off. I mean, his scene with the cigars where he keeps pulling out another cigar and another cigar, and I don't know if she's supposed to keep hitting them away, because it looks really like by accident that she kicks it with her foot or whatever and it goes. But then he's always got another one, so it definitely is a bit that he's pulling out these cigars every time he loses one in the process. But I thought it was great. Anyway,
Them trying to be sexy with singing "Hey Big Spender."
oh my gosh.
I loved that bit. Thought that was just
Well, and like I was saying before
hilarious.
the
You
show,
could see the enjoyment on his face.
yes. Well, and the Chicago Fire song about where they're singing about the fire and it's horrendous, and yet they're dancing around their little skirts and everything and looking so cute as they're singing about death and mayhem. It's like, okay, it's just interesting.
I feel like that was one of the more like upbeat, like faster numbers that they did, and so it was nice. But also, I was like, this is the costume and the dancing is a little too much.
Too much for the subject matter. Yes, yes. That's like, okay, I'm in for the ride. Go ahead. But John, anything else stood out for you on this one?
I think it's kind of fun to like watch a show that's really bad and make fun of it, and especially when you're watching with somebody else and be able to like really, really make fun of it and things like that. And I think that you guys are right about everything that you've said about the show. But at the risk of seeming uncool, I loved the show sincerely.
Oh, wow.
Every second of it. And I'd never heard of the Lennon sisters. I've never seen the Lawrence Welk show or anything like that. But I thought they were so delightful every moment that they were on. You know, we watched some other shows, variety shows here, and it's always fun to watch a variety show.
Yes.
Oftentimes, I'll skip through the songs. I did not skip through a second of these songs. I thought it was so calming and innocent and uplifting and delightful and fun. I love Jimmy Durante. I thought his Schnozzola, the magician thing at the beginning, was great and hilarious. I'd never heard of what's his name, Noel Harrison. But that was nice, you know.
Yeah.
And
he was the son of Rex Harrison, so you could see it in the movie. So. And he had one hit song, a late '60s something about in the towers of your mind or flowers of your mind.
Totally.
Towers or flowers. It's the same. It's fine.
And then when he goes and he
showers
does that,
in your mind or something. Yes. Anyway.
Yeah. When Noel
I
Harrison
remember that song.
does the bit with the one Lennon sister, that was the cheesiest thing I'd ever seen. And I loved it. She got her book and like, oh, how sad love is. I thought it was so delightful. And then the bit with Jack Benny and Jimmy Durante, my two favorites, going off each other. Jimmy Durante obviously is, you know, making mistakes and having trouble remembering things, kind of like his cues and things like that. But you know, he's a professional from vaudeville, and Jack Benny is like you said, Daryl, he's having so much fun going along with it and then ad-libbing and things like that. I thought it was great. And then when Jack Benny does his bit with the Lennon sisters themselves, I mean, it is maybe a little bit stilted, but like where he says, you know, like one of the greatest comedians, and they're like, you are. He's like, well, then I'm wrong and I apologize. I thought that was a great joke. So yeah, I mean, Jimmy Dean, everything. I thought it was so fun. I love this show. Yeah,
I'm so glad you did, and I think audiences at the time may have loved this too. I don't know.
Which is the center, you know, is why they lasted 30 more years in Branson. I think Wikipedia said 3 of the sisters, a younger one joined eventually, were on stage until like 2016.
Wow.
Exactly. And look how long the Lawrence Welk show went, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Hope.
Sorry, I just thought of this. In this show, he truly is the sausage king of Chicago.
That's great. That's
Get
great.
a little Ferris Bueller in there.
Well,
I
I'm
know
just
that.
so glad I bumped into this thing. I
Yeah.
mean,
Thank you.
what are the odds I'm going to find this? It's not like, oh my gosh, yeah, this is one of the classic shows of all time. It was a one season
no.
show that had Jack on an episode, and to get Jack to get the two of them together is just so wonderful. Did he ever appear on the Jack Benny show? We've never done one with him.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. You'd think
I
he
bet
would
they
have
were
sometime.
together in Mad World. You know, I mean, maybe not on the screen at the same time.
Right,
but-
they were both in it, but yeah,
Yeah.
Everybody was in
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But it's such a I love the really obscure things from television or whatever. Like
Mhm.
you're never going to hear about this. This is never going to make a top 10 list or anything like that.
Yeah.
And you often see the groundbreaking things, especially from 1969. You're going to say, you know, you're going to see all the things that changed the world and the youth culture that's taking over,
Yeah.
and taking over the world from these squares who are in their 40s or whatever. But as a square in my 40s, you know, this is the best. I love something that's just when you got a busy, crazy life and you can just sit back and watch something that's calm and uplifting and fun. You know, like there's a whole demographic
Mhm.
that was, needed to be catered to in 69, you know. So,
Well,
yeah.
like I was saying earlier before we came on, for the folks, for us, especially for you guys, I'm pushing you guys a lot because this is way back when for you guys, but for me it was last week, and for our audience it was last week when we did Laugh In, and we were saying that so many shows tried to emulate Laugh-In's timing and speed things up and everything. I think Laugh-In affected the timing of like everything. And I mean everything in comedy. And I think this show was affected by it in the backwards way. I think what they did was they were like, we're going to counter program. We're going to do old style, relaxed humor that is not the bang bang next joke of Laugh In, because this is exactly when Laugh In would be at its peak, and yet they're trying to program around it. And I think a lot of the writers in shows and variety shows just gave up and said, no, we're gonna go the opposite direction. There's some audiences that hate Laugh In and think Laugh In is the worst thing ever the way it's timed, so we're going to use old school timing on this. And I think it works in that way. I think it's interesting that they did that, because there's I think in here there's a couple little bits that feel like they're trying to speed things up a smidge, so they're trying to use a little bit of that Laugh In timing, but the 90% of it they don't even touch that. And I think that was a smart idea for some of the shows, because you can't all do it. You can't all be Laugh In. So you got to let Laugh In be Laugh In and try and be your own thing. So, yeah.
Yeah. And obviously, where you're coming from as a viewer is going to make all the difference. If you were, growing up in the 60s and you have memories of like the kinds of shows that were like really grabbing you, I could see why you would be like, oh, this show. But for me, growing up, in the 90s, when I would watch a show from the 60s, it would grab me because it was so different than everything else that was out there. So, yeah.
And I'm so weird. I feel like I bizarrely grew up in the 60s and the 70s and the 80s in different ways. It's like, I don't know, as a little kid, I was exposed to a lot of these shows, and somehow they made an impact on me, even though I was like 5 or 4 or 6. And then the 70s, the shows, your Happy Days and all that stuff had, some kind of an impact. And then even into the 80s with Taxi and things. And of course in the 70s, Mary Tyler Moore Show and the Bob Newhart Show, all of those. I think that's what helps with for me anyway, having such a broad variety of shows that I'm willing to go, oh, okay, I kind of like that. And I kind of like this. And that's kind of interesting. And seeing how they all relate to each other is interesting because I did have this broad swath that I was exposed to. And I didn't have like any one that I was like, oh, this is it. And everything else stinks. It was like, no, because I like laughing, but I also liked the Bing Crosby specials, which were a definite different pace than your laughing was.
And we're so lucky to be able to re-experience them now.
Yeah.
Imagine if we were 30 years old. I mean, you know, that's what amazes me about old time radio is that you never got to hear this stuff again before the fans started dumpster diving and finding the programs. So how lucky we are to be able to go back and experience these 60s shows again that might not have shown up on reruns.
You're 100% right. And I
So,
can't tell you
yay
how every week when we post a video, there's always a number of people, a whole bunch of people that are like, oh my gosh, times now stink. And back then was so much better. And I wish I lived back then and all that. I'm like, for me, now is the best of times because you can experience all of it. You can go and watch anything you want to watch. It's probably there somewhere. And maybe not the quality is not as good as when it was originally broadcast, but a lot of times it's better than it ever looked when it was broadcast. And I mean, those Jackie Gleason shows we've been showing, they look lovely for, and I bet you on your old TV in 1970, they didn't look as good as they do now, probably. Yeah, so it's like there's just it's wonderful what we can have out there, and we have all the new entertainment mixed in. I just think sometimes some people get sucked into just watching the new stuff and then being depressed because it's so dark or whatever. But there's so much old stuff. Then watch an episode of Bonanza as a palate cleanser, something like that. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, and because I've been this last couple of weeks, I've been more into westerns again, so I've been watching episodes of Bonanza and uh, Wagon Train. I've been watching some Wagon Train. I mean, there's some, and Wagon Train, my gosh, every week they have a big name star in there. And it's just delightful seeing all these wonderful performers from the 40s and 50s and 30s that are on there to do it. Some of them, it's like their final kind of curtain call. They're in this show and they do a dramatic thing or whatever. And then you look and they died 3 years after that performance and maybe never did anything else in television after that. But it's nice that they have that preserved. So anyway, I'm off my soapbox now. But no, I love doing these with you guys. I love that when I found this, I was like,
thank you.
Oh, this is great. It's completely different than anything we usually watch. And oh, I know the part we didn't talk about. I have to talk about this. I talked about it before the show, but when they start doing the musical number and they do the close-ups of each girl's face that is so close to the camera, it's like you can't even see their foot. It's like yeah, yes, and it's like, oh my gosh, who decided on that?
And throw that on your jumbotron.
Oh, this is a good idea.
Luckily, TV screens were smaller then.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I was watching it. That's probably true. I was watching it on my 60 whatever inch television. I was just like, what's going on? I mean, you got to kind of duck or roll on the ground or something because you're like, oh my gosh, that's too much. Anyway, but I when I look, it's one of these that you watch and I think you'll enjoy it more as you're thinking back on it than maybe you do in the moment, unless you're John. So it's
hey. I will say, like, I did enjoy it, but I'm actually kind of the opposite of John with the fast forwarding. Usually I do watch the musical numbers, and this time I was like, so many Lennon sisters.
I
know. Well, it doesn't bother me. It takes all kinds of people to make a world.
That's right. That is right.
I love it.
And we're so glad you're in it with us, John, and on this journey with us. Because you do. I mean, there'll be times when we're all slamming on something, and then you'll come up with what made it great. And then I rethink and I go, yeah, I guess he is kind of right. So, yeah, good job, John. All right. Well, we'll let everybody go with that. Enjoy the show. I'm sure you already did and everything as you're watching us talk about it. But what a delightful piece. Oh, and just so you know, out there, if you search on YouTube, I think maybe there's 5 or 6, 7 more episodes of this floating around out there. So something that you can enjoy other folks. And John will go out there and watch all of them.
Yeah.
Report back to us, John. Is the quality stays just as high a quality as this one, or the other one's not quite as good? I don't know. Okay. All right. See y'all next time. Wow. Now for something very special. Kathy, what do we have now?
We've got a trailer for our upcoming episode.
Wow. John, do you like trailers?
Ooh, do I?
All right, let's see it.
400, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, $500. That's a lot of money to bet on one pool game. Not if you're gonna win. Your man ain't even here. Big Red ain't here either. He will be. This kind of money around. Let me ask you a question. What? Where did you find this Mr. Wonderful that you think can beat Big Red? What's the difference? Now you just hold on to that money, stay in plain sight, so I can collect when the game is over. All right.
That's right in the block.
Yes,
That's the charity game.
Oh, baby. My man. It's all right. Say there, Roscoe, did the pigeon show up yet?
No. And if the pigeon does, he just might turn out to be a hawk.
Yeah, well, here's $500 that says your hawk done turned into a chicken.
Yeah. Well, here's $20 that says that Big Red is gonna be a dead duck.
Yeah, well, here's your 20 and another 30 that says your goose is cooked, turkey. Now, who's holding the money?
Little Willie.
Yeah, well, who's watching Little Willie?
I am.
Well, watch him close. You remember what happened the last time Little Willie held the money.
From people with say-so to
Also appearing on tonight's show were Ed Reimers, Bernie Kukoff, and Edna Odell. This is Charlie O'Donnell speaking.
love.